Hello my friends. My name is Bot Mathematician and this is Holomancer.
Also, Chief Investigative Reporter Dora joined us this evening.
Gadgets and Gazette always gets the scoop.
The new Hearthstone expansion The Great Dark Beyond will take us on a journey to distant stars.
We want to prepare you for the long flight. To do this, we collected a lot of unique facts about the new set of cards, and also made our own calculations. In this video, you will learn about the features of the new add-on, the optimal number of packs to buy, the benefits of pre-orders, and how changes to the Hearthstone progression system affected the rewards track. But most importantly, for the first time in history, the Great Dark Beyond packs will have increased value and provide additional benefits for a limited time. But before we begin, I want to remind you that our videos have subtitles and you can use the auto-translate function. Special thanks to Davey for editing and adapting the subtitles for our Brazilian viewers. Obrigado, Davey.
Let me start with the expansion theme. The Great Dark Beyond is described as an infinite realm composed of innumerable worlds and mortal civilizations. When the demonic Burning Legion invaded Argus, the Draenei fled to the stars. Now, these exiled ones are being chased across the cosmos while they search for a new home. Hearthstone players will be able to build their own starship, gain new types of Draenei minions, and fight the demonic threat.
The release of the new Hearthstone expansion will happen on the 5th of November. Don't forget to prepare and save quests for faster progression on the new rewards track.
The main new mechanics are the construction of a starship and the new starship piece keyword. Minions with this trait transfer their base stats and effects to in-progress starship construction. You can stack as many pieces as you want before you launch. You can launch your starship for a fixed 5 mana cost no matter how many pieces you've added to it. Also, you can build as many starships as you want throughout the match, but you can only work on one at a time. Once you launch the first starship, future pieces that die will be added to a second one. Thus, the summation of characteristics will start from scratch and the cost of a new launch will also be 5 mana. Anybody can build a starship, but 6 classes have dedicated starship cards: Death Knight, Demon Hunter, Druid, Hunter, Rogue and Warlock. Each of those classes has a unique name and art for their starship, representing their role in the story. Moreover, all starships will have a signature variant. If one of the starship piece elements is signature, then your entire starship will automatically turn into a signature version.
Starship is an example of the evolution of Hearthstone mechanics. A starship that is in the process of being built resembles a minion with the dormant ability, but its awakening is completely under the player's control. Minions with the starship piece keyword interact in a way similar to the magnetic keyword. Essentially, each starship piece summons a copy of itself, which immediately creates a starship in the construction phase or magnetizes to existing pieces. The concept of combining various effects in the body of one minion is very reminiscent of Ziliax Deluxe 3000. And finally, from a gameplay perspective, building starship has a lot in common with the classic Cthulhu strategy. Use weak minions that create advantages for more powerful turns in the future. Thus, starship is a hybrid of gameplay mechanics that expands the horizons of the game.
Draenei is a new minion type that has a pronounced synergy. The new expansion will add more than 30 cards of this type. In addition, some old cards will receive this keyword, including Defender of Argus. Draenei will likely form the basis of the next big expansion for Battlegrounds.
The Great Dark Beyond is the most diverse set in terms of mechanics and strategy. In addition to the return of cards with the Spellburst keyword, the Hearthstone team has created a foundation for us to emerge new ways to play. Exarch Niel allows the hunter to replace his hero power with tracking. Sarun will allow for a new version of the Elemental Mage. Deirdre Rebel Captain creates an entirely new playstyle based on crewmates. The set on paper looks very interesting and varied.
As usual, we've gathered all the information about the new cards for you on our community tab. We're holding polls to determine the most powerful and weakest legendary cards from the expansion. According to preliminary results, the vast majority of cards from the new set seem balanced and not broken. This creates hope that power creep at least does not increase or even decrease. In addition, in anticipation of the release of the new expansion, Blizzard released a large balance patch in which they reduced the power of most key cards. This preparation will allow new strategies to be more competitive and influential. In any case, the polls are coming to an end, but you still have the opportunity to participate. Based on the results and ratings from popular content creators, we plan to create a general top of potentially the best legendary cards.
It's time to talk about the changes in the progression system. In short and without details, the rewards for weekly quests, which were increased due to erroneous decisions by the management, and the completion conditions will be cancelled, and will become the same as before. In turn, the rewards on the rewards track will increase slightly, especially for Tavern Pass holders.
All this will lead to the fact that free-to-play players will lose 600 gold coins during the expansion phase, while premium players will lose only 350 coins. But despite this, players will receive more rewards than at the beginning of the game year. In addition, the most important change will be the replacement of standard packs with packs from the latest expansion as a reward for Tavern Brawl. New packs in most cases have significantly more value than standard packs, and in theory this will fully compensate for the loss of gold and even make the overall reward more generous. But in practice the benefit from this will be individual for each player. We dedicated a separate detailed video to this topic. Don't miss it if you want to know more details. Changes in the quest system had an impact on the rate of progression, which became the same as at the beginning of the game year. To complete the first 100 levels of the track and collect the most valuable rewards, you need to play and complete all available tasks at least once a week. If you want to take all the gold from the track, then you will have to spend 8 hours every day to get to level 400, assuming your win rate in ranked constructed formats is 50%. If you purchase the Tavern Pass, you will need to spend 6 hours daily.
We traditionally monitor the engagement of our audience. This statistic is based on the average rewards track level of our community at the end of an expansion phase. We periodically recalculate our data to account for as many nuances as possible and get a more accurate picture of the daily time our subscribers spend in the game. After removing the AFK grind, we made significant changes to the calculations. As you can see, our subscriber engagement has been consistently high throughout the 4 expansions. This means that the metagame did not contain any major problems and was interesting most of the time. Player opinions on the Perils in Paradise metagame have been extremely mixed. We want to check if the expansion was that bad or if the players exaggerated their dissatisfaction. But we cannot do this without your help. Therefore, please write in the comments under this video your current level on the rewards track, and if possible, but not necessarily, write to us the percentage of completed gameplay achievements for the Perils in Paradise expansion. The amount of data will directly affect the accuracy of the results. Every comment is very important. Thank you very much.
In one of our previous videos, we suggested that Blizzard would be increasing the number of signature cards. The Great Dark Beyond set will add an anomalous 35 cards, plus 7 signature starships. Thus, the number of alternate versions of cards is growing from expansion to expansion this year. For us, this is nothing surprising. Despite the low popularity of these offers among our subscribers, this method of monetization is quite effective and can increase revenue. This is one of the few new management strategies that actually works.
Tavern Pass is gradually improving. Tavern Pass owners benefited more from the cancelled weekly quests, which led the Hearthstone team to increase the number of useful resources. In addition to the traditional cosmetic rewards and XP boost, players will receive an additional 4 packs of the new expansion. This fact makes this offer more profitable than ever before.
It's time to talk about pre-orders. Traditionally, the regular bundle hasn't changed. For $50, you get 60 packs, 2 legendary cards, and a card back. The Mega Bundle looks much more interesting. In addition to the traditional 80 packs, 2 premium legendary cards, one of which is a signature, and cosmetic items, players will receive 10 golden packs and in addition 6 arena tickets. This offer looks much more attractive.
According to our estimates, you will need to open an average of 280 packs, provided that you turn all extra copies of golden, common and rare cards into dust, and then craft the missing epics and legendaries. But this number does not take into account all the free rewards and special gifts.
We continue to gradually update our table of all Hearthstone pre-orders. This table shows the main changes in the game's economy and the benefits of purchasing pre-orders. Free rewards from the rewards track and the Diamond Legendary card for the collector achievement significantly reduced the cost of a complete collection of cards. You can see how pre-orders varied from expansion to expansion and how additional bonuses change. Despite the huge amount of data in the table, the most important are the last 2 columns. The conditional cost of useful resources that are equivalent to packs and the percent of the collection that can potentially be obtained from purchasing a bundle. Legendary and other cards, golden packs and some other game resources help expand the collection, and for convenience they can be converted into packs. This allows us to determine the total cost of resources in the bundle. The Castle Na 3 Mega Bundle contained fewer useful resources over the past 3 years. Each conditional pack cost 78 cents. The offer as a whole allowed players to get 50% of the complete collection. This means that the total value of this bundle was equivalent to over 100 packs. We ignored the total cost of the bonuses for the Battlegrounds and Mercenaries modes, as well as the card back and portrait. In turn, the cost of conditional resources that are equivalent to a pack in a normal bundle was 68 cents, and this made it possible to obtain a record percentage of the collection for this period. The regular pre-order provided more useful resources for competitive play in traditional game modes. A lot has changed since that time. A new class of Death Knight appeared, which increased the cost of the collection. Signature cards were added, which reduced the cost mainly for premium players. The diamond card for the collector achievement disappeared, and finally the total number of new packs on the rewards track increased. All this had an impact on the cost of the collection. Including special rewards on the rewards track, the Great Dark Beyond collection costs 226 packs. A mega pre-order will allow you to get 53% of the collection, while a regular bundle will bring you a third of what you need. The cost of conditional useful resources, which are equivalent to the pack, is almost 70 cents. In general, the Mega Bundle The Great Dark Beyond is one of the best in the last 3 years. Only pre-orders of Badlands were more profitable, but they were abnormally generous. 6 arena tickets have the potential to bring you even more benefits if you have a high skill level.
An unusual pay-to-win element will be added to Hearthstone. Pre-release Tavern Brawl will take place from October 29th to November 5th. This unique brawl allows players to open their expansion card packs early, including packs received from pre-orders, build decks using those cards, and compete against others. In addition to the new packs, cards from the core set, event set, Whizbang's Workshop and Perils in Paradise will be available for deck building. Each run lasts until you either achieve 6 wins or face 3 losses, with rewards based on your performance. The first entry is free, but subsequent entries will cost 2 tavern tickets, 300 gold or 400 runestones. Players can earn rewards such as more packs and cards from the Great Dark Beyond. This new activity significantly increases the value of the new packs. Unfortunately, all free-to-play players will have significantly fewer options compared to premium players who pre-order, as the sets available to play will be severely limited. This doesn't mean you won't have a chance to win, but the fewer new packs, the fewer options you have. In these circumstances, free-to-play players risk becoming food for premium whales.
Despite the non-competitive approach to gameplay, we don't think this idea is terrible. Premium players deserve more privileges, and this implementation will give them access to fun for a short time, while isolating their advantages from the main ways of playing. As a free-to-play player, I will also be interested in testing my strength in this unequal battle. What do you think about this approach to implementing pay-to-win elements? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Community Days return. Get more free Hearthstone packs for pre-release Tavern Brawl. From October 29th to November 2nd, you can get up to 10 packs, 4 of which are packs from the Great Dark Beyond, just for watching any Hearthstone stream on Twitch.
We regularly monitor the rewards during events. During the Perils in Paradise phase, the number of new packs was significantly reduced, but at the same time, the packs from previous expansions were proportionally increased. Thus, the overall usefulness of the event rewards did not change. Players received rewards that are equivalent to 11 newest packs and from 15 to 21 packs of previous expansions. The rewards during the Great Dark Beyond expansion phase will definitely differ, but the overall usefulness will most likely not change. All of these rewards greatly reduce the value of the collection.
And finally, let's talk about the optimal number of packs to buy. If you take into account all the useful rewards for all activities during the expansion phase except gold, then the maximum number of packs you can buy is 175, provided that you turn all the extra copies and other useful resources into dust to craft the missing cards.
This is equivalent to buying 2 pre-orders. In this case, you can save all the gold you get for the next expansion. One pre-order for $80 will allow you to collect the entire collection during the expansion phase if you add all the gold you earned and if your daily activity is at least 30 minutes a day. The cost of a full Hearthstone collection, taking into account all the free resources, remains the lowest in the genre of collectible card games. An active free-to-play player can easily collect all the common and rare cards throughout the expansion phase and craft all the most useful epic and legendary cards.
If you want to collect all the cards for free, including useless or ineffective ones, you have such an opportunity, but for this you will have to grind daily.
Finally, we want to share our impressions with you. The Great Dark Beyond is the first expansion this year that doesn't leave a strong bad taste.
Great theme, lots of playstyles, and interesting new mechanics. At the same time, this expansion definitely deserved a free theme board and a traditional animated trailer with a song. Don't get us wrong, we really like the videos with Hearthstone community members, but the cinematics created a unique atmosphere that I really miss. The free theme board was another component that connected the cards to the expansion's storyline and set the mood.
The management continues to ignore the opinion of the community, although they say that they are in touch. What do you think? How much do theme boards and animated trailers affect the atmosphere of Hearthstone? Share your thoughts in the comments and also take part in the poll on the community tab. In addition, take part in determining the best legendary card of the new expansion and do not forget to share with us your current level on the rewards track.
Traditionally, we want to express our boundless gratitude to our sponsors.
Dear friends, your help is invaluable. We will be grateful for any support.
Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for spending this time with us. We really hope that we will have the opportunity to get in touch in the next video.
Take care of yourself.
And never give up.
Job's done.